$11,646,000, 7 million. 0.3. That one is 22 million right here. So I want to show you guys in this video a little bit on these numbers so you can see inside, but I'm going to show you the roadmap to succeed in this environment in 2021 and beyond, the social media marketing roadmap. All right, you ready? Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you some platforms here. We have Shopify, we have Magento, we have Amazon. They are all important. I've done videos to cover this subject in the past. People ask me if they should start on Amazon or they should start on Shopify, e-commerce. I always say to them, look, Amazon is the quickest path to expansion because they already have the traffic. They already have the hundreds of millions of buyers that are looking for products like yours. So because of that, you want to take advantage of that traffic and start building your own cash flow. Once you have that going, then building your e-commerce gives you more control. If you have your own Shopify, if you have your own website, you're going to be able to control that relationship, because when they buy on Amazon, these people are Amazon's customers, not yours. When you have somebody purchase on your own site, then they become your identity. They're yours. You can market to them, you can promote, send text messages, emails, you can continue the conversation and the journey with them along the way. Very different story on Amazon. So there's pros and cons, but the fastest way to get there to begin with is and always will be Amazon, because of what they've already accomplished with their branding, their positioning, all those things going on. So let me show you here what I did in some of the accounts in 2020, a whole year of managing the Amazon platform. Here's something about me. I walk and then I talk. I don't talk first, ever, all right? The way that I work, the way that I operate is I first get stuff done. And once I get results, then I talk about it. All right, so we're inside Amazon. This is Amazon Seller Central here. One account, just for credibility purposes. I'm gonna refresh because you can easily update this, right? I can probably like take that number and edit it, right? $11,646,000 when this was done. If you look at the time range, this was done in 1 year, from January 1st, 2020 to the end of the year over here. So 1 year on this particular brand, 11.6. Let's go ahead and change the account right here. I'm gonna go to a different one that I've been creating since day one with my own hands. And let's go over here and check this out. And let's see what happened over here. Reports, business reports. And let's change the time frame here. Custom, January, and then we're gonna go to December 2020. That seems correct. Let's go ahead and apply that. All right, so 7.3 in 1 year. We sold a total of 260,000 units in the year 2020 from this particular brand. This is a brand that I own, that I've been building since day one. And that's just on the Amazon Seller Central, Amazon side of things. Like the two things that I just showed you guys right there is 20 million in 2020, right? Okay, good, so let's go to a different platform. So this is Shopify. For that same brand that I just showed you guys on Amazon, let's see what it says over here. So all channels, January 1st, December 31st. Let's go ahead and refresh this thing right here. Refreshing right here with you guys. We'll see how fast the internet is. So bear with me, guys. I'm gonna show you guys how we were able to accomplish things like this in 2020, all right? So it's updating, and we got today so far. Let's look into, let's go back here and let's adjust the time frame. And we're gonna go to January 1st all the way to December 31st. What do we do on this time period? Whoop, there we go. All right, zoom in on that. 5.5 from January 1st to December 31st. So now we're like at 26 million, right? Okay, good. So let's keep going, right? So that's one of the accounts. Again, I have many accounts and things that I incorporate this time and time again. This is another e-commerce platform. And this one over here shows this year to date. Actually, this includes the month of January so far. To YTD, it includes this month so far. So that one is 22 million right here, all right? So now we're at 47, 48 million, 2020. All right, so you get the picture, right? I am a walker, and then, and only then, I am a talker, right? So what is the roadmap for accomplishing these crazy numbers? The roadmap that I built from day one is quite simple. It starts with something that you put over here, and this is called value. It's value. Without that value, you're not really able to create the impact that I've created, not in the way and the speed that I've done. So my roadmap begins with figuring out what your superpower is. How can you help others with your content, with your information, with your value? That's what I call your superpower. If you are a digital marketer, you're showing people the road, like I'm showing people every single day. Whatever you are, there's a certain box of value that you have that you might take for granted. This box of value is how you build your roadmap. Now, when I say provide value, I literally mean providing value without expecting anything in return. It happens naturally. You inevitably, if you focus on just doing that value, it all comes back to you. And after you provide value, your next step is something that I call omnipresence. And omnipresence basically means that you want to be everywhere, just like God. He is everywhere. He's supposed to know every single thing that's going on in the world because he's omnipresent. On social media and these platforms, you want to be everywhere because being everywhere allows you to capture attention on places that otherwise you would not be able to. Being everywhere in today's environment is something that our ancestors never had access to. This is an opportunity of this era, and we can press a few buttons and even without paying a single penny, put our message out there far and wide. And that's basically omnipresence. If you say, yeah, Manuel, I'm being omnipresent. I got myself in the newspaper, in the magazine, I got myself in the 98.7 radio, I got myself in all these places that nobody cares about anymore, well, you're not really being omnipresent. You're being omni-dumb. Because in reality, you're putting your attention in places where people don't have attention. So omnipresence requires that you study what's happening today and you position yourself in the platforms that have attention going up, attention. And you gotta look at the world and understand what these platforms are. And once you have omnipresence, you're gonna now obsessively communicate. And the word here on this next step is obsessive. Why? Because if you really believe in your ability to help other people, then you have a responsibility for these people. And the way that you get to them is by providing this incredible value in an omnipresent world obsessively. That formula right there takes you really, really far because you start building audiences of people interested in your message, people trusting you, believing in what you have to say. By the time that you actually have an opportunity for them and offer some kind of service or a product, you know what these people do? It's called trust. They trust you. Why? Because you made their lives better somehow without asking anything in return. And that's the process of creating this road for you, any of you guys, no matter who you are. If you really want to make an impact in this world, which I recommend that you start with that impact that you want to create, not with how much money you want to make. If you really want to make an impact, this is the road that leads towards creating that impact, that leads towards eventually you having a booming business with a lot of revenue being generated, scaling your organization, adding more services, and helping more people at a broader scale. That's the value of this particular roadmap. The one thing that people don't know is that this roadmap, along the way, from your value to being omnipresent everywhere, to obsessively communicating in these platforms, to building that trust, is doing something. And it's accumulating this every single day. And that's called digital footprints. What does that mean? That people, as they engage with you, as they see your videos, they engage with your ads, as they send you a message or comment or visit your website, as they interact with any of the things that you're putting out there, you are accumulating audiences of people. You're accumulating audiences of people. These people are audiences. I call them buckets. I know it looks like a smiley face, but it's not. It's a bucket of human beings, all right? And here are a few examples of these buckets, a couple of examples of them. So every single one of these dots is a human being. For example, this one, I could call it my 50% video watchers. If I go to Facebook, Business Manager, which is business.facebook.com, and if I go to the drop-down menu on the top left and I select audiences, I can go to that section and I can create an audience of people that are watching my videos on my Facebook page. 25%, 50%, 75%, 95%. These are audiences that I can create. Visitor of website, that's another audience. My top purchasers is another audience. Top purchasers. People that message my page, that's another audience. Instagram profile, engage people, that's another audience. And so on and so on. These audiences are being built along the way. All of these people, as you're creating this funnel, this journey, that does take some time. Don't make any mistakes there. The reality is that it takes persistence, it takes passion, energy, dedication, it takes understanding that this is a long-term game. Eventually, you will have audiences that are going to be begging you for services and your products. It is inevitable. Some people might get there faster than others. Some people might have people lined up in a month because their content is so darn good. Some people are going to take 6 months until they actually create an impact. There's two things that you do here. You go omnipresent with these platforms that allow you to press a button and go out there for free. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all these platforms allow you to go out there for free without spending nothing, without spending a penny on these platforms. You have a cell phone, that's all you need. You can create content. iPhone 12, man, this machine produces content like crazy, and it's super high quality content. You don't have to go fancy. I have a camera that's fancy right now. You don't have to do the same thing. I did not start there. You start with your phone, you start with your devices, and you start doing content. And if you have an advertising budget because your business is already generating some revenue and you're putting some money aside so you can advertise, you take that omnipresence content and that obsessively communicating content and you distribute it and you give Facebook and LinkedIn and these platforms some dollars so they can help you do what? What are they gonna help you do? They're gonna help you build bigger and bigger buckets of engaged people. So my people, all of you guys that are watching this thing right now, keep in mind that I am accumulating you into my audience because you got this far into this video right now. And I wanna thank you for being here and hopefully it has served you some value. This is all available. If you guys wanna research on Google, if you guys wanna find out a training in which I can show you guys for free how to build these digital audiences on social media, send me a message. You can send me a text, 813-212-2196. And I will give you that training because my purpose in 2021, my goal in this year is to help as many people as I can take advantage of the opportunities in today's environment. There's many of them. It's up to you whether you take advantage of them or you don't, all right? So I will see you guys on the next video. Please, if you're watching this on YouTube, follow, subscribe, comment, let me know what you thought about this video. If you wanna send me a message, send me a text message right now, 813-212-2196. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if you wanna get access to specific training that's gonna help you build this world for yourself. And I will see you guys on the next episode.